Cars have tried it a couple of times where they've tried to block me and prevent the road. So you'll see the video anyway. But the worrying thing is the link that the council has with the gangs, the street level gangs.
We was in Rochdale. We were in Rochdale to see Councillor Hussain. He's a Labour councillor. You've all watched a documentary for Free Girls which shows the rape and prostitution of a generation of kids in Rochdale by Muslim gangs. Councillor Hussain went to court to defend and give a character reference for one of those men, who is now convicted and in prison as part of a gang who raped 98 young English kids. He's still part of the Labour Party. We went there to ask him and to tell him he has to resign. Out of respect to the victims, he has to resign. He cannot be involved in British politics. When we got there to see Councillor Hussain, there were cars waiting. Straight away they tried to block the road. There was 4 cars. They tried to block the road. Unfortunately, our camera wasn't even rolling because we hadn't even got out of the car. So they tried to block the road. I had to go up on the pavement to get away. Then you'll see, in the footage you'll see, that's where it starts. Where I pull up, a car pulls up next to me, and I ask them, why are you trying to block the road? Why are you trying to block us in? Why are you jumping out of cars? At that point you'll see our car window was smashed. I then drove on. You'll see another young Muslim try and punch through the window. And then we've been proceeding in a bit of a car chase with some cars full of Muslims. That's pretty much it. And then there was a little bit of ramming on the road as well. So this doesn't change anything. Councillor Hussain, if you think that you can get your street gangs, and this is the worrying thing for me, is that you have street level gangs who are drug dealers and who are pimping and prostituting young English girls, and then you have Labour representatives going to court. The ex-mayor, who was a Muslim, went to court to defend these gangs. And when we go up to question them as journalists, who comes out to attack us? All the gangs, all the street level gangs. So that cooperation between the political leaders in the Islamic community and the gangs is a big worry, and it should be a big worry for everyone. But it doesn't change much, because Councillor Hussain, I'm going to find you. You're going to end up on Rebel TV. Everyone's going to see your face. Everyone's going to see who you are, and you're going to have to answer the questions that I ask you. Asking you why you defended paedophiles, why you defended these men. And the easiest solution for you, the easiest thing for you to do, Councillor Hussain, would be to resign. Because if you don't resign, we're not going to let up. And anyone who wants to see this, firehussain.com is a website. You can sign a petition, get behind this, support it. If you want to help those young girls and help make sure it never happens again, the Labour Party have to show they're serious about this. You have a general election coming up, and you have a councillor who defended Muslim men who destroyed 48 young children's lives, probably more, in the town of Rochdale. Your councillor went to court and defended them. He has to resign. It's too dirty to be involved in British politics.
Like that and you want to see more? Click like and subscribe.
Good evening and welcome to another edition of Eurowars. Now, what you've just seen is a video uploaded by Rebel Media very recently. And it is all to do with a man, a Labour councillor. He's still holding his seat. He's called Aftab Hussain. Now, this guy's a strange character, very, very odd and quite dangerous, in fact. So let me elaborate and enlighten you on just who Tommy Robinson went to try and talk to the other day. So, Mr. Hussain, he got office in 2011. And it'll be in office to 2019. I have, unfortunately, got to refer to my little tablet here. Now, only a year into his councillorship, shall we say, he gets up there on a witness stand and gives a character witness to, at the time, one of his best friends. It has to be said. A gentleman of the name of Abdul Qayyum. If I'm not pronouncing it right, I'm sorry, but I'm not great with Islamic names. Now, despite Hussein's praise, but he praised this man, praised him. Despite Hussein's praise, Qayyum was convicted of conspiracy to engage in sexual activity with a child. One of 9 convicted of grooming and raping adolescent girls as young as the age of 12. They have been systematically raping English girls. And this man has been helping to facilitate that, if you let me go on. In 2013, Mr. Hussein apologised for providing the character reference. But of course, Tommy and Rebel Media and Eurowars, and personally myself, say, that's not enough, Mr. Hussein. It's not enough. We want you gone. Another reason why Mr. Hussein has to go is not only did Hussein provide a character reference for this scum, Mr. Quayam, Mr. Abdul Quayam, he also helped facilitate the acquisition of a license for a taxi. And this taxi was one of the acquisition of a license for the taxi that one of the convicted paedophiles, so this taxi was picking up girls and they were being abused and raped in a taxi that he helped get the license for. Convicted paedophiles used to rape the girls, yes. Clearly this is more than just an innocent mistake. Quote, clearly, blah, blah, blah. Regardless of his personal reasoning, Aftab Hussein is obviously completely unfit to serve in public office. And one more thing, what I wanted to say about that. Other community leaders tried coming out about this issue. They testified that the grooming and raping of young English girls has been occurring for decades. Not years, decades, people. I am a free speech advocate. I didn't think I'd be talking about sexual grooming, but I am. This is deeply, deeply horrifying. Without being reported on, despite that, Hussein went to court and defended the character of a paedophile who, of course, we all know he was good friends with. Now, I'm sorry about the light, but the flash doesn't work both ways, and I am outside tonight. Voila, back indoors. Had to finish it off with some proper lighting. Actually, hang on there a momento. Now, I've just gone through everything I've gone through. Now, this is a message going out, excuse me, to the whole community of Rochdale, because this happened in the northwest of England, in a district of Rochdale called of Smallbridge and Firgrove. This is a message to you, and this is a message to every hard-working British Muslim. Yeah, this has to be stopped. This is not about race. This has got nothing to do with race. From me saying this message to you is what I'm saying. It clearly has something to do with race, though, the other way around, doesn't it? Why are our English girls, white English girls, being systematically abused and raped and used as pieces of meat? It has to stop. And Mr. Hussein, do the right thing and resign, because Tommy Robinson will not give up. He will hunt you down. And if you think you can intimidate him, but we all know what happened. It's obvious. When that video goes out on Rebel Media, you're going to look like a right idiot. And more, I mean, what does that say? That what is going on up there in Rochdale? Have you got some sort of Muslim mafia behind you? You go up the chain and the corruption gets worse and worse and worse, maybe. Who knows? It certainly needs looking into by the authorities. And if anyone's watching out there in an authoritative position, please look into this. This man is corrupt. Yeah? Tommy Robinson or Rebel Media contacted them and said they were coming up there to have a chat, blah, blah, blah. Tommy, when he arrived, there was 4 cars waiting for him with four groups of Muslims. Yeah, they tried ramming Tommy off the road. They were in a cul-de-sac. It was a complete ambush. And a brick is thrown through Tommy's back window. The only reason they got out of there is because Tommy, quick thinker, I mean, he's survived this long, hasn't he? Has he been doing it for 8 years now? He drove up onto the pavement and got the fuck out of there, basically. But is this what it's come to, is it? Yeah? Obviously, you, Mr. Hussein, you have connections with local Muslim mobs. More than likely, the local drug dealers. Yeah? They run our jails. And they run the drugs in a lot of the towns and cities up and down the country. I know that from personal experience, mate. Yeah? Bangladeshi heroin dealers. Lots of them around. Lots of them. So, to finish off, I mean, I'm really sorry about my editing and being outside and being inside. But, hey, I'm not a professional. I'm just a normal guy. I'm actually a free speech advocate. I'm a bit of a piss taker, and I love politics. And I never thought that I would spend so much time on Tommy and grooming gangs. I really didn't. It surprised me. It's opening up my eyes. And I tell you what, we need to demand the resignation of Councillor Aftab Hussein. Sign the petition. It's at the end. If you go onto actual Rebel Media's site, watch the same video you've just seen on my channel and sign the petition. Or, even better, just go to the actual website itself. It's called firehussein.com. And again, if you go back to the start of my video with Tommy Robinson, he explains it all. So, again, well done, Tommy. You have got gigantic balls, my son. You are a true British warrior and a patriot. And fair play to the Rebel team as well. And it's just exciting times. Exciting. Because we finally got someone like Tommy Robinson who takes these people on head on. Because who else is doing it?